Forget AI assistants. Autonomous agents are now your new employees. Imagine deploying an agent to oversee compliance, where it independently reviews contracts and enforces standards. These systems execute end-to-end processes, initiating follow-ups and escalating issues only when necessary. They are not just responding, they are proactively managing workflows, fundamentally changing how operations run. But can your system make a choice? A real one based on live data. An agentic AI does not just follow a workflow, it evaluates conditions, weighs options, and autonomously selects the next path. It decides which supplier to engage, which risk model to apply, which customer gets an exception. The software is making judgment calls. That's the leap from automation to agency. This isn't just about clicking buttons for you. It's about closing the loop entirely. Your agent perceives an error in a production order, interacts directly with the MES to halt the line, and automatically triggers a quality ticket in your SAP S/4HANA system. It is not asking for permission, it is executing a logical sequence based on its own assessment. But how does it actually know to do that? It's not following a rigid script. It assesses data from multiple systems, understands the core business objective, preventing defect shipment, and then chooses the best sequence of actions to fulfill that goal. This independent, goal-oriented decision-making is the true power of an agent. Think of it like training a skilled specialist. Once you have clearly defined the outcome and constraints, you give them the authority to act. They execute autonomously, escalating only through exceptions. The system isn't on autopilot, you are in command. But instead of making every call, you oversee the mission. That is the fundamental shift. Businesses already run on AI agents you did not know were making decisions. Now, imagine a system that does not just analyze the data, it acts. This AI negotiates with vendors in real time for dynamic discounts. It sees your cash position is strong and automatically secures an early payment discount, transferring the funds. The decision and the action happen in a single, autonomous loop, directly impacting your company's bottom line. Forget just sending payment reminders. This agent dives into contract terms and global liquidity data. It proactively proposes new, creative payment schedules to your customers, optimizing for your working capital, not just their convenience. Your DSO drops because the AI is constantly restructuring receivables, turning your ledger into a dynamic asset. Watch your cash position transform. This agent does not just settle invoices, it strategically negotiates new payment dates with vendors based on real-time market rates and your operational calendar. It actively shifts outflows to preserve liquidity, securing discounts for early payment when it benefits you most. Your AP department becomes a profit center, not just a cost. Watch your finance team evolve from passive processors to strategic players. This agent dynamically reallocates capital, using real-time market data to negotiate vendor terms. It does not ask permission, it makes profitable decisions, turning payables and receivables into powerful levers for growth. Your cash flow isn't just managed, it is actively weaponized for competitive advantage. Would it startle you to see your AP department close deals that save millions? This agent analyzes market liquidity, predicts vendor risk, and negotiates payment terms in microseconds. Your treasury becomes a tactical weapon, seizing arbitrage opportunities and optimizing working capital, all while you sleep. This is your finance team, not just processing invoices, but actively engineering profit. Autonomous AI agents are already closing deals without human hands. Think of your best recruiter on an 4-drip of espresso. This agent doesn't just match keywords. It assesses skills, scrutinizes project histories, and even predicts cultural fit. It is performing the nuanced first 3 interview rounds, 24/7, funneling only the most promising candidates to your team. You get a short list of contenders, not a mountain of resumes. Imagine a talent agent that never sleeps. It does not just schedule, it actively scouts, building your talent pipeline by continuously analyzing the market. It identifies passive candidates, engages them with personalized outreach, and pre-qualifies them against your evolving strategic needs. You are no longer just filling roles. You are proactively acquiring critical skills before you even have an open rec. But here's the critical shift: it autonomously sources and negotiates with candidates. This agent can analyze market data, identify the perfect fit who isn't even looking, initiate a personalized conversation, and present you with a vetted, pre-qualified candidate, all before a job is officially posted. But here's the breakthrough: this agent autonomously engages and recruits candidates. Imagine it identifying passive talent, initiating genuine outreach based on their work, and managing the entire initial interview scheduling, proactively building a talent pipeline so that when a role opens, you already have a qualified, interested person ready to meet. But what if you stopped just filling open roles? What if you had an agent that could actually build your talent pipeline for you? Imagine it identifying top performers in your industry and engaging them in genuine conversation, all before you even have a vacancy. When a position does open, you are not starting from scratch, you are already 3 steps ahead. Think AI just answers questions? It is now executing entire workflows autonomously. Watch your pipeline accelerate. This agent does not just qualify a lead, it engages it in a real conversation, schedules the perfect demo based on the prospect's pain points, and pushes tailored follow-ups straight into your sales team's queue. It is closing the loop before your rep even gets the notification. Imagine this: your orchestration agent identifies key signals a deal is stalling. It does not just alert you. It autonomously pulls case studies, drafts a custom ROI analysis using historical data, and delivers it with the next meeting invite. It's proactively removing roadblocks to secure the close. We are beyond simple reminders. Picture this: your agent senses deal friction, but instead of a generic draft, it autonomously negotiates payment terms within policy, bypasses procurement delays by pre-filling vendor forms, and pulls a competitor's failed implementation as leverage, all before your morning coffee. It is not assisting, it is strategically executing to win. What if your agent did not just book meetings but secured the deal itself? It could bypass approval bottlenecks with compliance-safe incentives, automatically trigger a custom ROI calculator for the CFO, and pre-provision the customer's sandbox to accelerate onboarding. This orchestrator owns the entire revenue cycle, transforming pipeline into closed-won business. This agent does not just update stages, it strategically accelerates them. It identifies your champion's internal influence to tailor communications, instantly generates and sends a legally vetted contract upon verbal agreement, and then auto-schedules a technical kickoff with engineering. Your deal velocity is now powered by proactive, intelligent execution, not passive tracking. Forget assistants. AI agents are now the employees making decisions. Imagine your logistics network as a human nervous system. This agent is the autonomic response. It does not just spot a shipping delay, it feels the disruption. Immediately, it reroutes inventory, negotiates with carriers, and updates orders, all before the first human alarm sounds. Your supply chain now has a reflexes, self-correcting in real time to keep everything flowing. Now, picture this for finance. Your treasury agent continuously monitors global currency markets. The moment volatility hits a threshold, it autonomously executes currency hedges to protect your cash positions. It is not asking for permission, it is acting with precision to defend your balance sheet from market shocks in milliseconds. Move from notification to action. Your autonomous procurement agent now directly sources, compares, and secures alternative suppliers in real time during a disruption. This cuts the average supply chain recovery window from 72 hours to under 2, acting to maintain your production lines and protect revenue before your first management alert even sounds. Picture this: a massive port closure shuts down your main shipping lane. Instead of chaos, your autonomous logistics agent instantly recalculates the entire continent's transport network. It books rail slots, charters air freight, and secures last-mile trucking all within minutes, preserving your on-time delivery promises and customer trust as if the disruption never happened. What if your supply chain could think like a tactical commander? Beyond mere rerouting, this agent negotiates dynamic bulk rates with carriers in real time, leveraging sudden capacity gluts. It autonomously executes microfreight consolidations across vendors, transforming a costly crisis into a net-zero financial event. Your role shifts from firefighter to strategist, overseeing a system that proactively optimizes for both cost and resilience. Forget AI assistants. Meet your new AI employees. They are already on payroll. Now, this isn't about asking permission. It's about installing an absolute, unbreakable rulebook. Your AI agent is empowered to act, but only within the strategic cage you build. Define the what and the why, then lock down the legal, financial, and ethical perimeter. You are not micromanaging a tool, you are governing a powerful, autonomous asset. Think it of as strategic delegation. You provide the objective, the budget, and the rules of engagement. Then, the system operates within that authority. This is governance through code. You have defined the red lines it cannot cross. The approval loop isn't a bottleneck, it is the final check that proves your system is working as you designed it. Picture your system making its first major decision. Your pulse quickens. This is the moment of truth. The audit trail isn't just a log, it is your lifeline. It proves every action was lawful, every decision justified. This is how you build trust, not just in the technology, but in your own judgment for putting it into play. This is your system's compass. Set performance metrics aligned to business goals. It's not about micromanaging every turn. It is about charting the destination and providing the rules of the road. With clear guardrails, the agent will not need you holding the wheel, it will navigate the entire journey while you know it is heading in the right direction. Think of permissions as muscle memory. They define your agent's strength and reflexes. A quarterly audit is essential. Agents learn and evolve. Tighten permissions for new tasks, loosen them for proven ones. This isn't bureaucracy, it is how you build an athlete that performs with precision and without dangerous overreach. Stop calling AI an assistant, it is becoming your new employee. Think that high automation processes are only for factories? No. These AI employees now manage procurement approvals, monitor cybersecurity protocols, and execute precise data migrations. They operate on embedded logic, not just prompts. Your job is to find those decision-based workflows already in your system. That's where you unleash them. But here's the key: how do you know your AI agent succeeded? You need tangible, measurable results. Did it reduce approval time by 50%? Block 99% of suspicious logins? Pick a process where the finish line is crystal clear, because that's how you prove the value and scale the model with confidence. You can't manage what you can't measure. But this visibility is non-negotiable. You must build a control room into the process itself, real-time logs, clear decision trails, and automatic alerts for any deviation. It's your safety net. This isn't about micromanaging the bot, it is about establishing absolute trust in its operations, so you know with certainty that every automated action is correct and accountable. Start with a process that's high frequency but low risk, something your team does dozens of times a week. A closed loop where its success or failure is immediately obvious. This is your proof of concept. It builds confidence not in a demo, but in reality, proving the agent's reliability on the front lines of your actual work. Imagine training a new employee. You would not start them with the $1 million deal. You'd give them a recurring weekly report, high volume, low stakes. Did they get it right? You know in 5 minutes. That saved time is your profit, and their accuracy is your proof. You are not testing theory, you are proving value on day one.